Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. As I come to you today, I do so with a heavy heart. I see what's going on in the Middle East, and I see that the winds of war are increasing with a ferocity that we have not probably seen before. Hamas in the south has said last week that the only way to deal with Israel is by force, even though they've been defeated every time they've tried to do that. Terrorism has not worked. Hezbollah in the north has some 80,000 missiles. That's 10,000 more they had during the Lebanese war. Syria is trying to give a distraction to the destruction of their own people by focusing on Israel. Iran, one spokesman has said that Iran has the capability of developing a nuclear weapon in 2 months. So those in Israel, and I agree with the decision makers, those who assess the intelligence estimates, that it's not a matter of if but when this takes place. I'm often asked how this relates to the scriptures. I think the one identifiable event that will take place, everybody will see it, will be the Daniel 9:27 covenant that is signed by Israel and probably the Arabs or the Palestinians. And it will be reinforced and encouraged by a world leader. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 24, verse 15, when you see the abomination of desolation take place, standing in the holy place, then get out of Dodge, get out of town immediately. We know that presupposes two things. Number one, a holy place, a temple that is in existence, and secondly, that the covenant of Daniel 9:27 has taken place some 3.5 years before. That starts the timeline when that covenant starts, and 7 years later eventuates in the coming of the Messiah. There could be many battles before that, and I'm thinking of one that Zechariah speaks of in Zechariah chapter 12, where the prophet says, I'm going to make Jerusalem a cup that sends all the surrounding nations reeling. I'll make Jerusalem an immovable rock, and if anyone tries to move them, they will be injured themselves. I'll make the leaders of Judah like a fire pot and a wood pile, like a flaming torch among sheaves, and they will consume all the surrounding nations, but Jerusalem will remain intact. If that happens, you can imagine how the world will receive that. The world's opinion will fall upon Israel at that time. In any case, we need to pray for those in authority over us, especially in Israel, that they'll have the courage and discernment to know what to do. I talked to one Air Force general there who said, I asked him, are you optimistic about the future? And he said, I'm tragically optimistic. I'm optimistic that we can win against our enemies, but at the tragic loss of many Israeli lives. So we need to pray for God's intervention, that they will look to the God of Israel as their ultimate defender. And we need to pray for the leaders of our own country, that we will stand by Israel in their coming hour of need. Pray for those in authority over you. Till next week, Od Yavo Shiloh, until Messiah comes, Shalom Aleichem.